Oh, it's October, everybody. Spooky season is here and I am ready. I'm putting so many razor blades in these kids' buckets you don't even know. So last year I finally got around to doing Hotel Transylvania 1. And you know, it was pretty alright. It was nice to see Gendy in his element, the animation style, the movement. You know, back when he made movies that were actually kind of good and not like whatever the heck this was.
One and only.
Oh, Nana! How many times have I told you to stop? Nana!
Having trouble running? Still gotta finish it.
Wow, who could have known this movie would be a total flop? But anyway, Hotel Transylvania came out in 2012, and 3 years later, 2015, I started my YouTube channel making the absolute worst videos anyone's ever seen. But also, Hotel Transylvania 2 came out to rave reviews. So like I said, since it's finally big booty goth babe season, let's jump back into this franchise and see what Mavis and friends are getting up to. Come along, kids, let's take a walk. So right first thing, we get caught up with Mavis and Johnny. Wait, hold on, they're getting married already? It's only been like 3 years. I saw the Sunrise tour pretty okay, I know exactly where this is going. And so Johnny's family comes to the wedding, of course. Part of the whole thing is that they get to meet all the different kinds of weird monster dudes, like Sentient Jello Man, or guy who asks you out because you think you're really pretty and then gets super jealous and insecure all the time because you're really pretty. Or guy who always wears a snapback and then one day he takes it off and holy friar tuck, Batman! But then it's time for the actual wedding itself. So like, what is the joke here? Anyway, so the wedding happens in like 30 seconds. Mavis and Johnny read their vows they wrote to each other, you know, where it's like, and even though I have to scroll really far to find one single good picture of you, you're my special person project that I will slowly fix piece by piece until I've removed everything that made you who you were in the first place. Oh, my turn. I like your badongadonk and bazungas. But you know, since the first movie, Dracula's really come around on the whole human thing. Like Mavis is marrying a human, the humans are staying at the hotel now, racism's been cured forever.
Except, where's Grandpa Vlad?
Honey, your Gramps would not have been cool with this. He's old school. He's not as enlightened as your hip daddy.
So, you're really okay with him not being a monster?
Human, monster, unicorn, as long as you're happy.
But anyway, so then the movie skips ahead 1 year, which means Mavis and Johnny's relationship is kind of starting to hit that level, you know, where it's like, well, that's a good one. But one day, apropos of nothing, Mavis wants to go out flying with her dad. You know, just some fun, non-agenda having nighttime flying, as families do.
Honey, are you okay?
Yes, it's just a little harder to catch my breath since I'm pregnant.
Yes, well, I guess that would make it more...
Wait, you mean you guys, with him? You did the... Anyway, so 2 minutes later, Mavis has this giant tummy. She's like 14 months pregnant at this point. Hormones are raging.
Mommy's recipe.
Thank you, Dad. Just like you made it when I was a kid. My favorite.
Now, finally, she gives birth to Dennis. This kid with the most insane head of hair anyone's ever seen. You ever see a kid who has like way too much hair for their age? Or like a baby that looks like he's on his third marriage and just refinanced his house? Like, you ever see a baby that definitely remembers 9/11? But since he's only half vampire, half human, no one knows which way he's gonna go ultimately.
Name is Dennis, named after my father.
It's not his vampire name. My little Denisevici.
Huh. Are we sure he's a vampire? I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but shouldn't he have fangs and that pasty skin you guys have?
Yeah, and like he doesn't even sparkle or stare at girls like he's been constipated for 3 weeks. Now, even though Dracula says he's cool with humans or unicorns or people who put their toilet paper rolls in like this, aka psychopaths, deep down, like, you know he really wants Dennis to be a vampire.
I'm going to teach you how to turn into a bat, like me. See?
Cool.
Yes, cool, like I said. Now you try.
I'm a bat. I'm a bet.
Yeah, you know, this is like if, heaven forbid, like if I had a kid who was into sports or something. Okay, Cornelius, you've had enough football for today. You're gonna sit there and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With subtitles and you're gonna like it. Also, side note, but my dude Dennis over here has the coolest bed of all time. You kidding me right now? I want a race car, man. Psh, man, I never get to do anything. We didn't skip ahead yet again. Dennis is almost 5, and we learn through various awkward expositional conversations that sometimes vampire kids don't like be vampires until they hit 5 years old. But after that, it's pretty much 100% that he's gonna be a regular frumpy-dumpy human. So Mavis is kind of sort of leaning towards him like not being a vampire.
Denisovich is home.
I don't know, Dad.
What don't you know?
Well, we've been talking about moving. Somewhere safer for Dennis. Maybe where Johnny grew up in California.
Okay, here's where we finally get to the main shtick of the movie. Mavis goes out with Johnny to visit his family in California, and while she's there, she's gonna like check it out to see if it's the kind of place she would want to raise Dennis. Dracula convinces her to leave Dennis with him so he can spend some time with the little dude before he gets taken away forever to California, where he's gonna grow up to be like the biggest Tumblr kid of all time.
Sliced avocado, rolled oats with apricot, the Avena moisturizer after every bath, and
Then the shea butter on his tush before his PJs, and then 20 minutes with the nebulizer while I read his Learning Factory phonics book to him.
Also, Dad, we never tell him no, okay? We just show him the feelings chart and then ask him to point to what emotion he's having, and then we let him watch Bluey on the iPad for 7 hours. I'm such a good mom. You know, I had to watch my young nephew a couple times, and you better believe it was just firecrackers and Playboys all night. Now, Dracula's plan is that while Mavis is away, he wants to try everything he can think of to get Dennis to, like, hit vampire puberty or, like, whatever it is, so his fangs will come out and he'll get all the cool superpowers.
Where are we going, Papa Jack?
Oh, Denisovich, we're going to have an adventure. A monster-y adventure.
Yay, monsters!
All right, Cornelius, that's enough. No son of mine's gonna play football. You think you're done with Chrono Trigger? You only got 2 endings. 11 more to go. Get back in that room right this second. And so what follows is a series of whimsical wackadoo adventures where they tried to teach Dennis how to be like a real monster, but everything kind of backfires, you know, like all the girls think Frankenstein's really hot.
Frankenstein!
Oh, hey, how you doing?
You're awesome! Can we take a picture? Is that okay?
Sure, okay. Little selfie action.
You know, this scene right here is like, it's like every couple you see at like any theme park. Hey guys, I'm Heather Hotbabe, and this is my boyfriend Slug. Does anybody want some homemade jankum? And then like the werewolf guy doesn't really know how to be a werewolf anymore.
Aw, what a cutie. But kill him.
Great. You know, I haven't done this in years. We don't need to kill anymore. We have Pop-Tarts.
So, in a last-ditch effort, Dracula takes Dennis to the same vampire summer camp that he went to when he was a kid, because that's where he learned how to do all the cool vampire stuff, like turn into a bat and walk really funny, or sit down at tables in a very normal way. Why does he do this? Who sits like this? Anyway, so, vampire camp.
I'm very interested in sending my grandboy Denisovich here. Can you show us some of the drills, like where they catch the mice? So they don't have to catch the mice?
Nope. We find this is a good way to build their confidence.
Okay, so like in the 500 years or whatever since Dracula went here, things have changed into one of those dumb, lame kids camps, you know, where everything's participation trophies. You know, that's the real problem with kids these days, okay? Too much happiness and stable environments. I mean, I didn't have any of that growing up. Look how I turned out. Twice divorced, haven't seen my kids in 6 months, and I take a very disproportionate amount of selfies in my trunk with my sunglasses on. So, yeah, I know a thing or two about how society should work, okay?
Beach forever.
Good job, vampires. Give yourselves a hug.
We're going.
What? Where?
Now, Dracula's just about had enough of this happiness, friendship nonsense, so he takes Dennis up to the top of this, like, old tower thing where he just, like, throws him off and hopes that he can fly.
We go!
He's still not flying.
He will.
Still not.
It'll happen.
But lo and behold, Dennis cannot fly, for he is not a vampire. Dracula has to save him, and his dreams of having a real grandson are crushed forever. Now, while this is all going on, Mavis is in California being so impressed by all the mystical, magical things they have there, like strip malls on both sides of the street, 2 H&R blocks within a half-mile that are next to a donut shop that's never open. Why would you ever leave a place like this, Johnny?
So you're telling me that I can pick between all these different kinds of chips?
Yes.
Johnny, have you tried this Slurpee?
Not that quickly, hun.
It comes in 48 flavors. We have to try them all.
And right then, Johnny sees a viral YouTube video of Dennis being thrown off the tower. Mavis also sees this video and starts to think that, like, maybe her dad isn't just letting him eat avocado and reading him his favorite bedtime story. The Finkelstein bears avoid copyright infringement. Brother and sister usually frickin' blow up the bathroom every morning. They took turns nicely. They said please and thank you when handling large explosives. But one gray morning, Brother thought about how when you're doing laundry, you're also making more laundry, and life is just a series of Sisyphean tasks you do to ward off the existential nothingness. Sister opened her eyes and let her legs dangle over the edge of her bed because she's weird like that. But that morning, Brother was not happy about the state of the economy. If movies make more money than ever, why do they look worse than they did 20 years ago? Shouted Brother. Dopey face, snarled the ghost of William Taft. You shut up, snapped Sister, and before Brother could answer, she skipped into the bathroom to unleash horrors beyond mortal comprehension, of which tales will be told for generations. Hashtag just girly things. Papa came out of his bedroom, looking strangely out of breath. She's taking too long in the bathroom, complained Brother. It's gonna be like Chernobyl when I go in there. Brother and Sister didn't say please and thank you that morning at breakfast. Mama didn't notice though, because she was thinking about how Papa hadn't done that since their wedding night. They didn't sit together on the school bus. Sister sat in the front and crop dusted everyone the whole time. Later, they kept on being mean. Sister wanted to destroy something beautiful, just because. Brother put toys on the top shelf where Sister couldn't reach them, unless she just literally used the same chair as Brother, who clearly did not think this through. Mama took the cubs into her lap. What the frick is wrong with you? She said. Mama and I don't have arguments, said Papa. Oh yes we do, said Mama. I just don't tell you and keep it all in my head, and then I get mad at you for what I imagined you would have said. Hashtag just girly things. Anyway, now they're friends or whatever, the end. So she immediately grabs Johnny and they head back to the hotel. Dracula gets a phone call from her that she knows something's up, so he tries to get back to the hotel before she does, but like, you know, he doesn't.
Mommy, I flew.
I saw.
Mother's already.
Not the cuckoo, not the cuckoo. The cuckoo. Oh dear, oh dear, oh my devil. I have to follow protocol.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Mother's already. The cuckoo.
I know I say this a lot, but I always find it so hilarious that Hollywood thinks YouTube is only Songify remixes. And like even now to this day. But then like actual YouTube videos about this would just be like,
oh hey guys, I just wanted to talk about this crazy video that's been going around of a kid falling off a tower. This video's crazy, pee pee poo poo fart. Anyway, just wanted to give my opinion, thanks.
But all the same, Mavis has had enough of Dracula's shenanigans. After Dennis's 5th birthday, Mavis and Johnny are gonna take him to California where he's gonna live out his normal human life away from mummies and jello and stuff. However, Mavis also sends out a birthday invitation to a certain someone that Dracula is not thrilled about. His dad, Vlad. Bwah.
All right, there's my vamp son.
Oh, please, still have to make a dramatic entrance. Dad, look at you!
So you run a hotel now. From Prince of Darkness to King of Room Service.
Yes, so good to see you. I'll be right with you.
Uh-oh, he's doing that thing parents always do when they visit you, you know, where it's like, all right, who's ready for some opinions no one asked for on things that are none of my business anyway? So Vlad finds out that Dennis is human and Mavis married a human and there's humans at this hotel.
These two smell funny.
Oh, you're European. It's called deodorant.
You're not a vampire?
Blair?
You let your daughter marry a human.
And so this turns into a huge argument. Everyone's yelling about what they think is best for Dennis, you know? Now, in the middle of all this, Dennis sneaks off with his best friend, one of the werewolf girls, because he's tired of all the lame, dumb adults being all cringe. But one of Vlad's henchmen, this giant Batman? Timothy Batman, we'll call him. Anyway, this dude does not like humans, and therefore he's kind of lukewarm on Dennis.
Me and my crew are gonna tear that human-hugging hotel to shreds! Just a week!
And so just like that, everything the movie was about, the entire crux of everything is erased. Dennis is indeed a vampire, which means Dracula no longer has to grow as a person. I always think this is so dumb when movies do this. Like it's the same in Sky High, for example, where like they spend all this time with the characters having to overcome their own like prejudices and stuff, and then, psych, doesn't matter. Oh, I am so glad I don't have to do any introspection now. Whew, that was close.
Dennis, we're looking for you.
There's his mean friend.
And so Mavis, Dracula, and Dennis all team up to fight off the Bat Dudes. I don't really know like who or what they are, but they're the bad guys, apparently. So there you go. And then they all decide to stay in Transylvania, where Dennis will live out his life as a vampire.
Papa Drac, I'm a vampire and a superhero. Am I cool now?
Now, Dennis, you were always cool. Human, vampire, unicorn, you're perfect no matter what.
Which I can totally say now because I got what I wanted. But I definitely would have been open-minded either way, though, I swear, okay? You know what, Dad? I'm over this whole sports jock thing, okay? Dating hot girls on the dance team, never having any consequences for bad things I do because sports bring in too much booster club donations. Nah, this isn't for me. I'm gonna turn my life around and spend 300 hours playing a game on Steam that I don't even like that much. My son. You've come home. And that's where the movie ends. So this movie's like way worse than the first one. Like the first movie's kind of dumb, but it still has stuff that makes it surprisingly watchable. You know, some of the jokes are really funny. The animation, of course, is revolutionary for the time. But the second one is like I don't know, there's maybe like 2 funny jokes in the entire movie. Everything else is just like this.
Okay, all that taught me is that you're pathetic.
Yeah, got it. Maybe you should just get Bluetooth.
Okay, Bluetooth, come over here. So now what?
And like the animation is still really cool, but you know, it's just more of the same from the first movie. I can see why it got these scores. But all the same, there's 2 more of these movies that apparently just get progressively worse, so we'll see how long I can last. Hey members, thanks for watching. You know, fun fact that no one's gonna care about except me is that this video and the map that leads to you video were finished in the same day, actually. Because, like I mentioned at the end of that video, I went to the UK for a week to just like, get away, man. But it was like a work vacation, so I was still working several hours a day while I was there. The problem though, is that I brought this Blue Yeti mic with me so I could like record, and the audio was so bad. It was so bad that like there's no way I could have uploaded the video to YouTube. It was just like horrible. So I used the bad audio and I worked on the videos and I finished everything up to like 90%. And then when I came back from the UK, then I had to re-record all of the audio plus like rewrite, you know, some lines and some jokes and add some new stuff, whatever. And then I had to like go back and like kind of like plug in the new audio to match with, you know, the animation, whatever, which is very tedious and time consuming. You know, it's much easier just to animate it all the first time. But yeah, so I finished both these in the same day. Spooky season is here, like I said. I put up a community post where I was asking about what like Halloween themed videos you want me to do. So, you know, coming up pretty quick here, Freakier Friday will be out on like video on demand. So I'll make a video about that. But then I have, you know, a couple other slots. It looks like, based on all of your replies, looks like I'm gonna be doing Paranorman and Monster House. So that's like Halloween themed, right? But we'll figure it out because now I have a lot more free time than I used to, so guess who's gonna unhealthily focus on work? It's me. Hi, Alex Meyers, 14 IQ. Let's go. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope this membership is worth it for you. I hope that you enjoy what I do all the same. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.